Hello there, I'm the John, and welcome to a new video. So today's video is a bit particular. I recorded it throughout my live this afternoon, so there is not gonna be much cut or editing or anything. It's just gonna be 1 minute talking of every character, very just on top of my heart. Nothing planned, nothing else, just a honest opinion from a Tekken player that is not at the highest level ever, but it is basically that is experiencing what we all experienced daily when we play the game. And before the video starts, just please, if you haven't done it yet, consider pressing the red button. We are so close to the 4-digit, we are so close to a 000, we are so close to 1,000. That would make the biggest Christmas gift I could have ever asked for. And yeah, don't bother with the notification bell. I don't want to be a bother. We don't want to be a burden for you. I don't want to annoy you on the notifications. You already have way too many on your phone. You don't want to have my face in the notifications. So yeah, just please consider subscribing. You may have watched 1, 2, or 3 videos of mine. So maybe, you know, if you want to see when something else gets released, it's just, if you subscribe, it's just gonna pop in your homepage and you're gonna see it there. But that's it. Please enjoy the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know which of the takes you really don't agree on. And I'll see you next time. Let's go through all of them. And let's see. Every character has got something ridiculous. Let's see what is ridiculous. I'm gonna record this. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna go one by one. Try to spend less than a minute to everyone. And then I'm gonna close the stream. Not much. Stupid 50-50. But that's basically it. Low stance. Easiest fucking character in the game. Back one is still stupid. Safe Shoryuken when he's in it. And yeah, in projectile. You basically cannot hit her unless you hit grounded. Well, insane 50-50 up close. Stupid damage and the most bonkers hit smash that there is around. A 50-50 characters that becomes completely on crack once he goes on it, but without it, a completely fine character. I despise you. You have the most boring game plan in the universe. You have a mix up between you have a fucking -9 mid power crush. Heat engager. I don't need to add anything else. And that attack where he fucking stabs the ground when he's in it and he does the volcano flames. That attack is so fucking stupid as well. Probably an instance of good designing of Stan's character. That's how Stan's character should be. But there should not be as many. Well, you were broken, now you are actually okay. Still 50-50 character that you can sidestep. It would be nice to see more high-level players. Fucking hell, the jiggle physic. It would be nice to see more high-level players, Azusena using her auto parry stance and that kind of stuff. That would be good, because that's what she was born to be, and she ended up being basically a 50-50 stance character. Slide and guard break. Slide and nunchucks. Plus no execution, frame broken DSS. And I used to play low, so I have him in blue rank, so I know what I'm talking about. This guy, like, DSS just cancel just with forward is stupid. Low mid, mid low, low mid, mid low, great parries, but nothing special. Stance heavy mix up character with a tracking house whip. Queen of stances and mix ups with a unreactable high unblockable, which is a 50-50 you have to take in some scenarios. So that's so, again, not broken. I'm not saying that those characters are broken, I'm just pointing out how boring their designings are. Heihachi, well, too early to say, but basically a great character with the most fucked up install in the game. that makes a super strong character a broken character. So make him weaker or change the install that it doesn't have mandatory access every time. It should requires more to get the install rolling. No one complains much about Panda just because Kuma is better, but basically a very solid cheap damage character without an electric. A cute lady with big boobs that fight like a fucking gorilla, and with a counter it gets half-life without combos, but apart from that, not as strong as other characters. A character that has access to way more shenanigan playstyle if you want, but is still tied to very purist player. I mean, she goes under lows. Do I need to add anything? So if we take in consideration, like if you imagine the hexagon that there is like as well in Sparking Zero, where they give you combo, poking, punishment, and they give you and you have all the diagram with what is your strength and your weakness. This guy is basically a max hexagon. He has everything in the game. He has counter it, he has great punishes, he has he can be a Mishima if you, I don't know why you wanna play him hard as a Mishima, but he can be a Mishima if you want. He has fucking everything. He has a knob kick, he has evasion, he has backswing blow, he has a panic move, a sidestep punch, counter it, knockdown. Great hit smash, the wall splats from fucking Asia. He has everything. He has everything. Simplified version of the hardest Mishima. You never understand when is your turn, and if people just presses against you, you basically don't know what to do against her unless you play Brian. That's what I feel. Probably the best iteration the Warang has ever had. I'm not saying that just because you are in the chat. The best iteration the Warang has ever had because it feels oppressive, but there are way around this oppression. But still a very solid character. It doesn't feel as strong just because the rest of the roster, most of the roster is fucking broken. Might not be as competitive as it used to be on the highest level, but still probably the most solid character in defense. And again, like almost like Jin, all-rounder character. It just lacks range sometimes, and it doesn't have the same counter utility they might have. Again, incredible evasion with his backswing blow, with back tempo. Upward 2 is actually weaker now, Jinx is even better, but yeah, super solid character. Well, it's not a problem for me, this character, but Flash is definitely a pain in the ass, and as well, Spin is a bit sorted out now because of the damage, but still way too much combo damage for the amount of bullshit he can pull out with his shenanigans. I'll leave Brian for last, is in the corner. Kuma, well, like those two are probably, in the history of Tekken, the best iteration that a bear has ever had. The problem is that this guy has a mid electric when he goes in it, and he can spam it like crazy. So that's a bit too much, and as well, some of the shenanigans he can pull out feels a bit too much. But as well, because he's a bear, he has the downside, he cannot evade as well as the others, so he kind of counters that part. So don't have anything major problem with Kuma, no one plays it. I used to hate her, now I just despise her. You just need to understand when to duck, but be aware that she can sidestep basically everything in the game. Probably still a nice character overall, I guess, a balanced character. I cannot say he's OP, I cannot say his mechanics are too strong, I cannot say his 50-50 is fucked up, so this character is good. The basically, if everyone hated Lucky Chloe in Tekken 7, now everyone hates Elisa in Tekken 8. No one wants this character anymore in the game, at least most of the people, apart for Chanel probably, and a couple of you. Her chainsaw are the biggest dog shit that has been ever shown and put in the game. What else? Her movement is fucked up as well, and her power crush are fucking bonkers as well. Part of me would like to see a Naruto soundtrack starting every time he starts to do all these spinneroni and his stances. And I really think, again, he is a failed Luke from Street Fighter 6. He is the failed Luke for Tekken. He was supposed to be the new guy, the new boy and everything, and well, it's not as appealing, obviously. On top of that, again, stance, casino, mix-up gameplay, not in a healthy way, not nice. Actually, okay, again, a good stance character. So fucking many stance characters. A good stance character. People might be against their projectiles, but I think they are not as bad as they used to be, especially at the beginning. And yeah, again, good character overall. Don't have a problem with Jun. Considered one of the worst character in the game at the moment, and he has a wave dash, a perfect electric, and a launching as whip. A bit more, it feels like a bit more of a gimmicky Mishima at high levels. It becomes a very hard Mishima to play at the max level because gimmicks don't work as much anymore. I think partially underrated character just because considered Wars 5, and again I think he's considered Wars 5 just because there are Mishimas that do the job way better than him, so why put the effort into him? No. Probably the only one that will be considered a bottom character. Again, great redo, the great difference from the past. Gamma Owl I think is very fun. Once you get your opponent downloaded, it becomes very risky every time that he wants to use iteration from Gamma Owl, basically, because he's either gonna go for the mid or you can just duck and launch. The most annoying and carrying character in the for ranked in the roster, he has 25 million power crush, 25 million counter hits, 25 million throw, still incredible damage, incredible, just a super rounded character with extra throws. And here we have probably one of the most, if not the most difficult character to play in the game actually. You cannot launch people, you just have to time them all the times, and if they have a punch parry, you're fucked. So yeah, very very difficult character, nothing else to say. It's just it doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel fair playing this character in this game. The best character in the game, just for the evil love, and incredibly strong character. Incredibly strong character, but yet covered behind a wall that is very difficult to achieve. I don't want to say this because it's the character I play. This is not a character you can pick up and play from purple ranks onwards already, from blue ranks especially. You cannot. You need to understand what he wants to do, and even when you do that, you need to understand that you are not just playing the matchup against your opponent character, but you are playing the matchup against the opponent himself. Because everything with this guy relies about timing and understand what is the time to press, which makes it an incredibly satisfying character to play, but as well an incredibly difficult character. Like, when people in tier list places Brian is one of the hardest characters to play is not because of the execution, because Tom Jedupper is not required to play Brian, especially in this game. Is about how basically every single game, no matter the rank, might be a potential nightmare for you because your opponent just doesn't give away his time. And I haven't forgot him. The biggest pile of crap that is regarding balancing that has ever been seen since Leroy Season 3. This guy has took so many nerfs and yet is so fucked up. He has everything in the fucking game. He has the best frame in the game, which that's everything that rotates about this game is the frames. And when you have the best frames in the game, you are in a good spot. And he has the best move in the game by a fucking mile, which is quarter circle forward 4, which is +6. I don't even remember. I think it's +6 mid hit engager that hits grounded that you can do out of stance, and they patched in the last balance, allowing you to do it after an hit dash or an hit engager. He has a perfect throw game and he has a perfect tackle. He has a ultimate tackle with a perfect throw game in that as well, with a guess of 3. And on top of that, after the hit smash, he can do the tackle, and when he does it in Blue Spark way, when he's in it, he's unblockable, he's unbreakable. He does 1,000,000 damage, and he can reach the wall of the Colosseum with basically one combo. What else? Oh, he has as well counter hit utility, and he has an archer kick that on counter it knocks down for guaranteed follow-up, or he has down 2 for crazy frame, and they added this great move which is full crutch 2-4 that then goes into stance again. Do I need to add anything else? He has a crazy good down 2, he has good punish, 1-2-1, 10 frame counter hit engager. I mean, yeah, that. Fuck you, Dragonov.